Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing fine. And today we're gonna begin with the seventh book of Marcus Aurelius' Meditations. So let's do this. What is wickedness? It is that which many times and often thou hast already seen and known in the world. And so often as anything does happen that might otherwise trouble thee, let this memento presently come and to thy mind. That is that which thou hast already often seen and known. Generally above and below thou shalt find but the same things. The very same things whereof ancient stories, middle-aged stories, and fresh stories are full, whereof towns are full, and houses full. There is nothing that is new. All things that are both usual of a little continuance. And of a little continuance. What fear is there that thy dogmata or philosophical resolutions and conclusions should become dead in thee and lose their proper power and efficacy to make thee life happy, as long as those proper and correlative fancies and representations of things on which they mutually depend, which continue to stir up and revive, is in thy power, are still kept fresh and alive. It is in my power concerning that these things, that is happened, whatsoever it be, to concede that which is right and true. If it be, why then am I troubled? Those things that are without my understanding are nothing to it at all, and that is it only which does properly concern me. Be always in this mind, and thou wilt be right. That which most men would think themselves most happy for, and would prefer before all things, if the gods would grant it unto them after their deaths, thou mayest, whilst thou livest, grant unto thyself to live again. See the things of the world again as thou hast already seen them. For what is it else to live again? Public shows and solemnities with much pomp and vanity, stage plays, flocks and herds, conflicts and contentious. A bone thrown to a company of hungry curs, a bait for greedy fishes, the painfulness and continual burden bearing of wretched ants, the running and to and fro of terrified mice, little puppets drawn up and down with wires and nerves. These be the objects of the world. Among all these thou must stand steadfast, meekly affected, and free from all manner of indignation. With this right ratiocination and apprehension, that as the worth is of those things which a man does affect, so is in very deed where a man's worth more or less. Word after word, everyone by itself must the things that are spoken be conceived and understood. And so the things that are done purpose after purpose, every one by itself likewise. And as in matter of purposes and actions, we must presently see what is the proper use and relation of every one. So of the words must be as ready to consider of every one that what is the true meaning and signification of it according to truth and nature, however it be taken in common use. Is my reason and understanding sufficient for these or no? If it be sufficient without any private applause or public ostination, as of an instrument which by nature I am provided of, I will make use of it for the work in hand, as of an instrument which by nature I am provided of. If it be not, and that otherwise it belong not unto me particularly as a private duty, I will either give it over and leave it to some other that can better effect it, or I will endeavor it, but with the help of some other, who with the joint help of my reason is able to bring somewhat to pass that will now be seasonable and useful for the common good. For whatsoever I do either by myself or with some other, the only thing that I must intend is that it be good and expedient for the public. For praise, consider how many who once were much commended are now already quite forgotten. Yet they that commended them, how even they themselves are long since dead and gone. Be not therefore ashamed, whensoever thou must use the help of others, for whatsoever it be that lieth upon thee to effect, thou must propose it unto thyself, as the scaling of walls is unto a soldier. And what if thou through either lameness or some other impediment art not able to reach unto the top of the battlements alone, which with the help of another thou mayest, wilt thou therefore give it over, or go about it with less courage and alacrity, because thou canst not effect it all alone. Let not things future trouble thee, for if necessity so require that they come to pass, thou shalt, whatsoever that is, be provided for them with the same reason by which whatsoever is now present is made both tolerable and acceptable unto thee. All things are linked and needed together, and the knot is sacred. Neither is there anything in the world that is not kind and natural in regard of any other thing, or that has not some kind of reference and natural correspondence with whatsoever is in the world besides. For all things and are ranked together, and by that decency of its due place and order that each particular does observe, they all concur together to the making of one and the same cosmos. 80. Or world, as if you said a comely piece or an orderly composition. For all things, throughout, there is but one and the same order, and through all things, one and the same God, the same substance, and the same law. There is one common reason and one common truth that belongs unto all reasonable creatures, for neither is there save one perfection of all creatures that are of the same kind and partakers of the same reason. Alright, guys. That was the beginning of the seventh book, and we're gonna continue, but tomorrow. Thank you for joining me on today's video, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks.